going to be dressed as in Halloween?
Like SWAT.
Like SWAT, and you?
A ghost.
A ghost? Okay, what are you going to be dressed as?
A football player.
Football player?
Like these youngsters, thousands of others will be dressed in their favorite costumes on Halloween night. They will all be excited, but they must be careful when they go trick-or-treating, and they know why.
What are you supposed to do when you go trick-or-treating?
Stay with a friend.
Are you supposed to go into people's houses?
No.
What about the candy?
You check it before you go home.
Why?
Because they might put razor blades in it.
Last year, Tommy Brennan found something in his candy that wasn't all that sweet.
I found a needle in that candy bar.
Tommy Brennan's mother plans to be extra careful this Halloween night because of last year's frightening experience.
We've always had the rule that we check everything before they eat it. The only difference is this year we're not going to trust the wrapped things either. We've always thrown anything suspicious away, but we've trusted anything that seemed to be wrapped. This year we're going to cut the wrapped things into pieces.
Diane Brennan is only one parent among thousands who now feel it's not safe for children to go trick-or-treating. Police Sergeant Ray Stockton says cases of people contaminating candy on Halloween have been increasing over the past few years. He says people who do that are sick, and he feels the safe traditional atmosphere of Halloween will never be the same.
Truthfully, I doubt it. I think that there's always going to be a few weird people that want to harm the kids. There's just some strange people in the world, and I think there's always going to be just a few of them, just enough to spoil it and put an atmosphere of fear associated with the whole event. I really doubt that it'll return to what it once was.
Officials wonder, this year in what neighborhood will contaminated candy be given out to young children on Halloween night? If it happens as in previous years, it will indeed be a scary night for parents and children. Jesus Hernandez, Cool News 10.
Last year, 17 different instances of Halloween candy having been tampered with were reported to Phoenix police. People have given children treats laced with poison or drugs. Very dangerous tricks have been pulled on youngsters. Most common, glass, needles, or razor blades embedded in candy.
What happened was last year, one little girl who was 8 years old, she was out trick-or-treating, and she received a candy bar. Well, when she got home, she started to bite into it without letting her mother check it. And you know what was inside of that? There was glass inside of that.
Sergeant Dennis Reagan of the Phoenix Police Department not only warns children to be very careful while trick-or-treating Halloween night, but he also urges parents to accompany their children, to confine trick-or-treat visits to their own neighborhoods, and most important, have children wait until they return home before eating any of their candy. Then the parent should thoroughly inspect each piece.
And I don't want that to happen on Halloween night, because that's supposed to be a fun night, right? Yeah.
The scary things of Halloween were intended for children to have fun with. Only exercising caution is the way to prevent a young trick-or-treater from experiencing a real-life horror on Halloween night. Mike Ara, Cool News 10.
It may seem a little bit early to be thinking about Halloween, but the Phoenix JCs and Three Valley High Schools have been thinking about it since last summer. This is what they came up with: a haunted house with no other purpose than to scare the living daylights out of you. Now this could be a scene right out of the bar in Star Wars. This only out of deepest Africa. And this only out of a nightmare. But it gets worse. Cannibals ready to chop off your arms. The natives have gotten a little more sophisticated. And if that doesn't scare you... But in this scene, the victim gets another chance. And of course, no haunted house is complete without a cemetery. This one, however, happens to belong to Frankenstein. And if all this isn't going to cause you to lose any sleep, well, it worked for some. Happy Halloween, Phoenix, even if it is a little bit early. Nancy Williams, Cool News 10.
It is the eve of Halloween, and as you can see, Halloween supplies and costumes are pretty well picked over by now. Tomorrow at this time, young goblins who have purchased their ghastly attire will be haunting the streets in search of candy and other treats. As in past years, Phoenix police are cautioning parents to beware of certain dangers. But this year, their #1 concern is not foreign objects placed in candy.
On Halloween, kids are exuberant. They want to run out and play and have a good time. They want to collect as much candy as they possibly can. And unfortunately, at times, they'll forget about their safety rules. And they'll just dart out across the street from behind a parked car. Well, here's a motorist that's driving down the avenue, and unfortunately, the child may get hit.
Sergeant Regan recommends the use of makeup rather than masks, which obstruct the child's peripheral vision. If the mask is a must to complete an outfit, he urges the young person to remove it when crossing the street. Another problem is highway robbery.
We have this 8 or 9-year-old, 10-year-old going down the street there collecting his candy, and we have some older children, maybe 16, 17, 18 years of age, run by and grab a hold of the youngster's candy, and then, of course, leave with it. Needless to say, the child was quite disappointed after an hour and a half of begging there for this candy.
Parents going along with younger children can prevent this upset. Finally, police say there is still the possibility of poison or sharp objects being added to candy or fruit.
If there appears to be anything suspicious about the candy that they've received, if they could set that aside and copy down the address as to where they got that food from, it makes it so much easier for the police department to go back later to find out who actually put that food into this child's bag.
It is a felony to tamper with Halloween treats, and police say they will prosecute. Perhaps the best advice this Halloween is the same as that of years past. Be careful and have a happy haunting. Kim Hawkins, Cool News 10.
Halloween is one of the best times of year because it's the one time that you can get dressed up like this and not get hauled into the police station. And the Arizona Costume House is helping people be more than just a little out of the ordinary.
Well, I'm just going to cut a few heads off just for the sport of it. But if I can cut a few legs too and make them a little shorter if they're too tall, I'll be glad to do it.
It's the one time of the year that's fun. We get to be somebody that we aren't.
The question to be asked is not what are you going to be when you grow up, because, well, these are grown-ups, but what are you going to be come Halloween night?
I'm either going to be a dance hall girl or Mae West.
A gangster.
Yeah, and you got the outfit here now?
Yeah, either that or a used car salesman. I'm not sure which. I could turn it inside out.
What is the popular get-up?
Well, it's always the nun, and it's always a monk, or they'll take a horrible mask with a monk's robe. They either want to be really beautiful or really ugly. There doesn't seem to be any in-betweeners.
It's almost Halloween, so let your imagination go and be something out of your wildest dreams. An Indian, maybe? Or maybe Groucho? Or maybe a witch? But be careful, because there's magic in the air, and that means just about anything might happen. Deborah Pyburn, Cool News 10.
Gotta go down here, start. All right, come on now, don't be bashful. Come on out of your house and get your pumpkin.
He didn't exactly jump out of the funny papers. In fact, Chuck Gower admits his 206 pounds no longer fit the bill or the pumpkin suit. He was heavier last year. And when pressed, he'll say the stunt draws attention to his real estate business. Today, though, he isn't selling houses, but an idea.
Well, this is the great pumpkin. I know all the kids wait every year for the great pumpkin to come up from the pumpkin patch. We do it one better. We go get it and give it away to the kids here.
He does it for the kids, giving away 6 tons of pumpkins this Halloween. But he's not alone. Even Good Samaritans can be squeezed, if not squashed, by the competition.
We've got 1,000 to give away.
Dan McGinnis is also in real estate. And like Gower, he too sees himself as a Pied Piper of the pumpkin set.
Going back through the neighborhoods the night before Halloween, and I see more jack-o'-lanterns out now that I've started passing out pumpkins.
It might have worked with watermelons, but we don't think so. It has to do with the color. There's something about a truckload of orange pumpkins that fits the feel of the season. And besides, who ever heard of a green jack-o'-lantern? Things that go bump in the night took center stage as the Tempe JCs opened their annual haunted house. These folks have been up nights for weeks, just so you won't be able to sleep after your first visit.
You use the bathroom as one scene, you use the 3 bedrooms as another scene, and then we took the closets and turned them into like a caveman scene, stuff like that.
The haunted house is a place of both shadow and substance. As to how they pulled it all together, well, the JCs are leaving us all in the dark. Their secrets are revealed only to those brave few who walk through the door.
Were you scared?
No.
Sarah, what was it like?
Scary.
There is live action inside, and not just from your heart leaping into your throat. Drama students from Tempe high schools are helping out to give this Halloween treat the right degree of chill.
Some folks came to Symphony Hall looking rather spooky on this night of the bizarre. Into the cavernous hall they sat and watched Count Dracula's arrival from Transylvania. The poor fellow, after sleeping for some 400 years, had to sip some witch's brew before motivating his ghoulish crew. And played they did with much gusto, light classics in the season's program called A Special Halloween Concert Romantics.
This is one of the lighter programs that the Symphony offers to the Phoenix area. It's our way of demonstrating that there's a range of music available through the Phoenix Symphony Orchestra. There's the traditional classics, there's the light classics, there's the Discovery Series, which is for families and children. This is just one of the many varieties that we offer.
And when the party was all over, one costume creature gave it a
very ghoulish
review. Meanwhile, the streets around town were taken over by many freaky beings, all carrying bags looking for sweet little things. At this special party, put on by a Valley nursing home, the kids got lots of treats from the elderly folks whose main concern was for the children's safety. And the kids gave, too, from behind their masks, songs of love from their little hearts. Marcus Wright, News Center 10.
Only today will you see a bunny with a pacifier in her mouth or a 3-foot-tall superhero. All over the valley, those little masqueraders are coming out in droves. And this morning, they showed up at the Los Olivas Senior Center in Phoenix to help decorate pumpkins, something strictly for the kids.
Old kids and young kids. Okay. We're the old kids.
In downtown Phoenix, children from Capitol School spent their Halloween in an appropriate place, an old cemetery. Their ghostly host showed them how to make the old pioneer gravestones magically appear on paper. And a lot of those students looked right at home, lurking around the tombstone with their ghoulish faces. And if you wanted to see something really scary, you should have been at the Sunset School, where the 6th graders were turning the younger children into monsters and zombies. Over at Villa Montessori School, it was a small world Halloween, a day for children to dress like their peers in other countries, and a day to light candles and hope for peace in the world.